Welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and she's a hot one here in Nova Scotia. Not as hot as Jolene, but it's hot. What I'm going to do today is take and make a set of wheels, or make a wheel for the truck, and I'm going to show you how I do it, how I did it, so on. This is a 2011 to 2012 Dodge 1500 spare wheel. I've acquired 4 of them. I've got $200 in 4 wheels. I was managed to find 2 at the junkyard, and I found 2 on Marketplace. The 2 nice ones I found on Marketplace. The 2 I had to sandblast. There's 1 in there and 1 on the truck right at the present moment. I had to sandblast and clean it up. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking off the split rim, the split wheel that nobody wants to change the tire on anymore, and I'm making a wheel for the truck. As we take a look at it, you can see the difference in width. That's an 8-inch wheel. This is a 6-inch wheel. I had some good information from a friend of mine that just bought the, I guess I call him a friend, an associate, or I don't know what you call that. A local car builder does the same thing I'm doing, you know, plays with cars. He bought the station wagon. He gives us good information about the 9.5-inch or 19.5 wheels that you can get off a 450 Ford. You can cut the centers out of those and put those on your truck. What happened is I found these wheels before that information was given to me, and I liked the idea of having the wider wheel. Don't know why, but I did. You know why? Because it's different. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the center out of this wheel and put it on that wheel, and this is what it looks like. So we got a Dodge wheel, 2011 spare wheel, 20-inch. We're taking this is a 750/20 with a split rim with a lock washer, I guess, or lock pit, whatever, I don't know, lock ring or whatever you want to call it, not sure. But this is the wheel this is the first wheel I made, and I'm going to show you how I made it. And basically what I'm saying is I made this wheel because for me to load up these wheels, load up that wheel, and load the wheels in the back of the truck, get it all off the ground, put it all in the truck, take it somewheres, and get them to cut it out, and then wait for it until they're done, and then go back to pick them up. Just seemed like a lot of hassle to me. I didn't even like running around for the wheels that I got now, but it was fun to go with Jim yesterday to the junkyard. That's where we got 2 more of the Dodge wheels. We had 2, we went and got 2 more. I'm very happy with what's going on. You can see, you might not be able to tell, but I'm going to show you. On this wheel, I got a wheel lip. I like that. My center's in a little bit. I ended up getting some 19.5s over here. I just got them just in case. I had 4 of them, but you can see how the center's kicked way out on them. And I like it, but I like this idea more. This is going to be a back wheel because I've got 2 wheels that the lips are bigger than the other ones. So the ones with the new paint on them got a smaller wheel lip on them. They're only like probably a 2-inch, this is probably a 3-inch. I'll put these wheels on the back, or these rims. I just like how wide they are. And then I can put a lower profile, meatier tire on it and bring the truck down. With this tire right here, we're probably, it's a little over 3 feet, 37, 38 inches tall. And that mofo is heavy. Wow, that's a heavy tire. As I get going on this, and I get thinking about the truck and just playing around, in the back I have 2 wheels, one on the inside, one on the outside. Well, I'm going to change that where I have the wider wheel. I've got a wider wheel like this. I'm going to put these in the back, but I'm going to make it tandem. So one wheel and then one wheel behind another one. And we'll get to that, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. But basically, I'm going to show you how I made that rim right now. I'm going to show you how I made that rim. And basically, you're basically trying to get it to fit the best you can, and get it balanced as best you can, and get it straight as best you can, and all that sort of stuff. So this is what I did. I used my brain. I know there's some people out there rather not use it and just grab the tires and take it somewhere else and let them do it on a lathe or do whatever they have to do. But I explained why I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in lugging stuff around. If I could make the wheel myself, I'd make the wheel. But I basically can't make the wheel. What I have here is the 20-inch wheel that I got at the junkyard. And this is what I'm thinking, or this is what I've done. Where they have the center of the wheel in there, that wheel must, well, I'm counting on Dodge when they centered that wheel, or whoever made that wheel, that they centered that, lined that, put that center in there properly so it's at where it's at. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plasma cutter and I'm going to cut the center of this wheel out. The center of them wheels do not fit in the center of these wheels. There's a different gap going on here. I asked him, why can't I take those wheels apart and just weld them together so they don't come apart? Well, there's a center here where the wheel drops down in where they can get the tire off and on. So when you push your tire in, you got a distance in here where you can get underneath. On them, you do not. You put them together and they must be flat all the way across, which you bring them together. But basically, I'm learning about wheels all the time. And what I'm learning is that if you use your brain, it can be done. Basically what I'm telling you is you can do it just like I can do it, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So I'm going to cut the center of this out. I know that the center of this wheel is good, so once I cut it out, I'm going to leave probably a 1/4 inch or whatever my plasma cutter allows on that edge. I'm going to run my plasma cutter right along this edge all the way around and cut it off the best I can. Basically, that's what I'm going to do. That's my first step. Thanks for coming back, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it. I'm going to plug this bad boy in. She's a warm one here, so stick with me. We'll make a wheel right in front of your very eyes. And what I'm doing is I am using what they have already done to do what I want to do. Basically, I'm not doing much. I'm not doing any measurement really. I'm not doing anything. I'm just cutting that out and leaving a lip on there. Bump, bump, bump. What's wrong? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. The air pressure must be shut off. And it is. Just took me a minute to gather myself. Voila. So now I'm just going to cut that out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around there the best I can using this. I'm using the 375 Tomahawk Air plasma cutter from Lincoln, and I'm using the guard as my cutting tool. I'm going to use that guard. I'm going to run that up against the side of the wheel, and that'll give me a 1/4 inch distance to allow the lip that I want on the rim. So here we go. Something happened. What happened? What's that yellow light mean? I don't know if I have any ends for the 375 Tomahawk or not. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. that works. Probably shouldn't have turned it off. Got a hammer in here. I'm gonna hit them with the hammer, knock it out. So basically, the ring that I left on the wheel, I'm saying that it's still in there square, basically, or square, straight, or whatever it's supposed to be. Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry, sweetheart. So basically, what I'm saying is, the ring that I have inside this wheel, I'm saying that I'm going with Dodge, that ring in there is in the right spot. This is not bent in any way or anything. This piece was connected to that, so I'm saying that ring is in there where it's supposed to be. I'm counting on it anyways. So I'm going to take a flapper wheel. I got some slag on it. I can knock it off with a hammer. And I'm going to take the flapper wheel and smooth it up a little bit. So I'm thinking this would be a common problem for a truck like this to get wheels. And you know, if you want to take them somewhere and get them made, you go for it. But I basically explained why I don't, because I don't want to do the running around and the waiting for somebody else to do it, when I can take my brain and try to figure it out without getting them to do it, without, you know, getting someone else to do it. Just gonna knock this slag off if I can. Ooh! Woo! Here, muffs. Just because it's ringing my ears, I'm inside that. And you can cut that with a grinder if you want. And I'm going to show you why here in a couple minutes. Alrighty, I got the same distance all the way around on that rim because I used my plasma cutter edge to go all the way around, scribed it all the way around. All I did is follow it. That's all I did is follow it. I'm going to plug this bad boy in. So I'm saying that the ring inside that wheel is, well, I don't know if it's perfect or not, but it seems to be good enough for Dodge. You can see right here on each one where the hole was, right at the tip of the hole. I'm just going to grind it back until that's smoothed off, and then it'll just look a little bit better, that's all. Now you can see where they welded it up in back here. And the reason I did not cut that ring out and try to fit that ring and that wheel in that rim, because it did not fit. It did not fit. So this is what I had to do, is I had to come up with something else. So I had my ring in there. I got it ground off nice. Just want to take flapper wheel and just run in there in case there's a little rust in there. just rubber off the wheel I'm melting. Cool. Alrighty. Got a piece of metal in my hand. We'll get that later. So that's my rim. I'm saying that the center piece that's in there is right because they put it in there. It must be right. I just cut it off. That's all I did to it. Didn't do anything else. Now I have my super-sized wheel that I want the center. Now, this is the part where, you know, this is the part where I guess separates, you know, doing it and not doing it. There's some heavy, that wheel, I can tell you that. What I've come to figure out is I did one wheel already, I just showed you. I took a measurement of the inside of this rim on the back side, and it told me that 18 inches was going to set inside, 18 inches. So I measured from inside this rim here to inside there on that lip, give me 18 inches. So I know it's on the same playing field as this one. This ring's welded to this playing field. So I know if I have a center out of that is 18 inches, I can set that right in there and weld it right to the rim. So what I did, you want to come take a look? On this wheel, it does not have that snap ring on the outside. So this one here, you can see there's no snap ring here. If you come over and take a look at this one, it's going to be a little different, but that's what I do. I deal with it. This has got this snap ring in here. You can see the snap ring has got a different rim altogether, sort of, because it's got this snap ring here, and this piece is kind of hollowed out. That one over there isn't. If we take a look again, no snap ring. And neither do the rest of them. I don't know why that one's different, but it is. So what I did is I took my measuring tape. If you can, I'll measure from inside, inside here where it has the rivets. If it was the case, I would have pulled these rivets out and just put the centers in. But where it's taller than 18 inches, you can see 18 inches on the outside here, and we're like an inch short, an inch and a half too short. So I had to come in here. So what I did is I took my tape measure and I measured across from hole inside and did the best I could. You can see the 18 inches. Did the best I could to measure that. Then I took a scriber, wherever I measured it, and took a scriber and scribed it all the way around, just like that. And I'm using the rim that they have that is round to do the scribing. So I really didn't have to do anything other than steal the shape from here and apply it to the wheel. That's all I did. Stealed it from the wheel and applied it to there. When I'm looking at that wheel over there, I'm not even going to measure that one. I'm just going to cut it. When I'm looking at that, you can see right there, just on the edge of where the hole stopped, is where I need to cut. So I'm going to grab my marker. Changed my pants this morning. I guess I haven't got a marker right this second. Turn that off. On this one here, I'm going to be a little bit more on there. I really didn't need where I cut it with a plasma cutter. You could have cut it with a grinder where it was, you know, where I'm cutting that out and just using the lip as a place to set this lip. I really didn't need it, but where I'm cutting this one out, I am going to what? Cut it with a zip cut, just to get more precision of a cut. So I can see on there, on the other wheel on there, that I'm right about on the line. So I'm just going to take that and follow that around. I'm going to use the marker to be my line. I don't like how I did that. That's better. That better. That better. So I'm using my marker and I'm scribing it with the wheel, and I would say it'd be pretty hard to get it crooked along. And I'm going good right on the edge of there, right on the edge of there. It's looking good. Just using the marker and going with the wheel. I'm stealing the shape of the wheel to get my line. Just make sure I'm paying attention that I'm keeping my marker at the same distance at all the time. It's good. It's good. So that's how I found the center. I used my tape measure, went across, then I scribed it on the rim, but I have the snap ring in here now, and I'm right close to where I'm supposed to be, so I know where I'm going. So now I'm just going to cut it out with a zip cut. I'm going to follow that black line, and then when I get done, I'm going to take it right over there and pluck it inside that rim, and I'll show you. Don't want to take anything anywhere. What's that? In the sun or in the shade? She said, one or the other, boys, one or the other. One thing I will say, you want to be half decent with your grinder to cut a nice straight line, that's for sure. But other than that, this one's a little harder to cut with that lip there. It's stealing my grinder wheel. Grinder wheel's hitting the outside lip there as I cut that, stealing my grinder disc a little bit on the end. That's okay, we'll get her. And so what I'm saying is, if it was too big, which if it's too big, then where I'm cutting it off all the same all the way around, what I was thinking in my brain, if I cut it, if I cut it the same all the way around, took the same distance off, you see me how I did it. Well, then I would, if it was too big, well, then I'd just take the same distance off again, basically. I would just scribe it again and take a little more off. That's basically how I thought about it when I was thinking, wow, what if I make, if I make it too big, well, then I can just scribe it again, take the same amount off each one again. Get a mark in each one. Grinder messed up on me yesterday. They're probably a 1/4 inch thick, these wheels, so it's a nice thickness. When you pull it out, I'm not scared of it losing its shape. If you know what I'm trying to say, you think when I cut that out it's going to go wow, wow, wow. It doesn't do that. It's nice and thick. Use the plasma cutter on that wheel because you can see with using the grinder, just money, 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 full time, and basically just try and do as cheap as possible. But it does take grinder discs to get them cut. Got it? There's one. Two. There's a couple more. Like I say, the wheel, actually that wheel there is stealing my grinder disc, hitting the edge of the snap ring. I need a glove. I need a glove. Where the other one didn't have a snap ring on, didn't steal my wheel, I got it off within a couple. Where the grinder disc is hitting the snap ring, it's taking my grinder disc away very quickly, and I'm not enjoying that part. But it is what it is. That's the only wheel like that. And this is the hardest wheel I'm doing right at the present moment. It's the hardest one because, like I said, it's got that ring on it. So bear with us, and we'll get her snapped off. And we'll show you the deal. I'm hoping that these will work. Haven't got much cut on them. Ones are bigger wheel. And you could use a plasma cutter, but not on that right there. You're not going to get the distance that you need. That's number 3. Using the wheels up on this one, ain't we? Huh, baby? Well, it's got to be done. Yeah. Got to be done. I want my wheels. Got to do it. Got it. Acting funny on me. Gotta get the end all chewed up. Damn it. I'm right at the end and I got a couple wheels that's acting up on me. I'll get a little piece out of it. Where I'm kind of fighting it around the corner. Number 4. Victory! Alrighty, we know we got them all cut off the same because we measured them all the same. This is what I did, or what I've done. We're a little bit. So now we just got to take a little bit off each one. If you know what I tell you, I probably could beat that down. I wonder if I want to try to beat that in there. We're so close. We're so close. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So, this is the exact same thing I said. I've got it too big. So now, this is what I'm going to do. It's too sharp on my finger to do that. I'm going to get a glove on. I don't want to bend anything really. I want to beat and pound on it. Just want to set in there. So that's what I'm going to do. Scribe. Didn't like that scribe. Not even a little bit. Going to the outside. Just going to grind the black marker off. Basically. That one's too far out. Watch yourself through here. just wasn't a good scribe. That's all I'm knocking it off for. What I want is a good scribe. I just want a marker all the way along the edge. And I'm going to take my flapper wheel, knock off the black marker all the way around, and we should have it. Then we should have it. Gonna try it. Didn't take it all off. We're gonna try it. We're just so close. Just don't want to take a whole bunch off. Fitting perfect on there. Just a little bit more. Just gonna mark that where I started it. Just so close. Now, another thing I thought too, if you made it too small, then you would put a shim in between each one so that they're at the same distance and then weld it up. So basically I'm not there yet. I still have to go. I have to get that black line off, I guess. So I'm going to go start at number 1 again. I thought I could get it without taking all the black off, but we're going to probably have to take it all off. I just marked number 1 so when I run around the same distance everywhere. I'm just going to touch that for the hammer for a second. There we go. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to make sure that that's tight down on that lip. Then I know that I've got it. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. Just want to chisel that down on that lip. Make sure it's tight. It's down there tight. 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 That one there I'm going to put in. So basically what I'm saying is that I've got my wheel now. I'm going to weld that along there. Then I'll come on the back side and I can weld it along there. You can see how it's all tight down there. And basically that's what I'm counting on. I'm counting on them having their wheels round, and I'm counting that they're having that lip in there straight. So if I pull this down and put this lip tight down on that lip, I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. All right, everybody, it's time for me to weld it up. I don't know if you need to watch me do that or not. I wished I would have got it right the first time, but that's what happens. And like I said, if you cut too much off it, well then you would come in and put a shim on this one, put a shim all the way around it, and then weld it in. It'd be the exact same thing. You know, you can use a washer, put a washer in there or whatever. Where I've got this one so tight, I'm going to take and clamp this one all the way around with a pair of, like, if anything's not exactly perfectly tight, I'm going to go around and tack each corner. Actually, maybe I'll do it. Should I do it? I'll actually do it. I'm going to take a pair of vice grips. I'm going to tack make sure each corner is down tight, and that way there I know I've got it down tight all the way around, and you can be happy, and so can I. So this is my first one that I want to deal with. There, I'm just making sure the lips are tight, the corners are all tight all the way down around. We got a tight fit there, mister. We got a tight fit there. Cooking with gas, so we're cooking with gas. These are going to be the back wheels, and the reason I'm going to use these ones for the back ones because they got a bigger lip going on. The front ones have got a smaller lip. Now, that's nice and tight there. I'm going to weld this one on. This is about the only one that was sticking up on me. And it's good to tack it all in place. That way there, it's not going to take off on you anywhere, because you are going to be applying heat to it. Oh, snap that one. You want to do that. Put that back down in there. Hard to get at with. Won't come off that time. Making sure I weld that on a little nicer this time. Everything's going down nice and tight. That one's down tight already. Not tight down on, you have to take it back out and do it again to get it tight down on the lip. The only way that I can say that I've got it right is I've got each one tight down. When I put it on the pair of vice grips, I know it's tight down because I'm looking at it. I just snapped that one. Nope, that just snapped that in place, that's all. Did not snap that, just snapped it in place. That's all I heard the crack was. Put that in place. That's all I heard. Do that one again just to make sure. Nope, that didn't snap that. Okay, everyone's down tight. Now it's just a matter of welding it in, and we have a centered wheel. And I'm thinking that it's just as good as when they done it, basically. Just making sure none of my spot welds come off, because I want it in place. Nope, everything seems to be nailed down good. No, everything's nailed down good. So basically I'll come along here and weld that all up along there. I'll weld that all on there, all on there. I'll go from one side over here, then I'll go over there, then I come over here, then I go over there. Then I'll weld it from the back side. And that's how I did it. And that's how I'm doing it. I'm depending on Dodge putting their wheel in right. And then I'm depending on that wheel being round and cutting that right. So basically I've got that put in there. And I didn't take any more or any less off anything. I just took a few stripes off each one. I had a marker there to take off to and just ground it back to the marker, and I could see how much I was taking off and taking on. So basically that's it in a handbag, and that's how I'm making the wheels for every one. That was the hardest one to cut out because of that, because that snap ring. But basically that's what I'm doing with every wheel. Go along with the plasma cutter, cut the inside out. I'm leaving the edge lip on the inside of the rim to apply this to. And I'm just making this big enough to set in there, and I'm keeping it centered by using that wheel to scribe it out. All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. And you know what I'll be doing? I'll be making wheels. And what I'm going to have is a set of wheels on the 48 Ford that no one else has. I don't know if anybody else has taken a 20-inch Dodge wheel and put the 20-inch center in it. Now we have a wheel lip in it. We don't have the center sticking way out like that. We're going to have probably a 9-inch tire on there. We got our center in with a little bit of wheel lip. And I think instead of having the dual wheels in the back, I'll make a tandem. I'll make one wheel behind the other one, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But basically I've got some wheels to make and some welding to do. Have a good one, everybody. If you enjoyed that, like, subscribe. It's called a call to action, they tell me. Share, like, whatever. Do as you please. How's that? Take what you like, throw what way you don't like. And have a great day. See you tomorrow.